Okay, we're talking to Rick Wood of Rollon, which makes linear actuators. Rollon is showing a device called the shooting gallery, which you can see here in the background. Rick, tell us a little bit about the shooting gallery.
What we have here is 6-axis of motion. There are 2 x-axis, 2 y's, and 2 z's. The x-axis run in parallel. They're timed to run together. The y-axis has 2 independent carriages moving back and forth. Each carriage supports the z-axis, which is moving independently. So what we've done here is we've placed a target on each of the z's, and what we're trying to do is we're showing the coordinated motion of 6 axes. What we're doing is moving the targets around, and we're doing a couple of things with that. The Y motions are making sure that the Y's can move together or independently, and also that they don't collide. Also, we're moving the Z-axis at about 3/4 of a meter per second and 1 g acceleration. The Y-axis is a meter a second and also 1 g acceleration. The X-axis is a meter and a half a second at 1 g acceleration. That's by no means the maximum speeds we can do with these actuators, but it is pretty fast inside this small box.
Okay, so what we would have here is we'd have someone who wants to practice their shooting, and they would shoot at these red targets that are constantly moving around.
That's correct, and the way we design the game too is when we hit the target, then the whole system moves faster, and we also use a random number generator to randomly assign the position of each target. But then having that random position, the collision avoidance becomes pretty tricky.
Okay, and you would use this in what? Who would be the user of this?
Well, certainly this is, this particular device, maybe it's going to be used by law enforcement or military. It's certainly scalable up to 6 meters in any direction. And it's really just how long can you make the axis. But the software and everything else, it's all scalable.
Okay, and when we say scalable, we could make it virtually any size. Like you say, up to 6 meters and maybe down to what?
Down to, it wouldn't make sense to make it more than a, 12 by 12 by 12 box, but you really couldn't have more than one y-axis. Again, we could, 1 y, we can make it 2 y's. It's a pretty flexible unit.
Okay.
One of the things, the design thing, really we're just trying to show we make actuators. We don't do the motion, we don't do the controls, but in the process of showing off our actuators, we created this game, which we think is quite interesting.
Okay.
The other thing we solved is we were able to develop this machine. We received the frame from our builder on August 1st. We shipped the entire machine, programming it all, by August 27th. So we had a very fast turnaround and a very complex 6-axis system to manage in a very short period of time.
So you built a 6-axis system in 30 days?
That's correct.
Okay. Rick, thank you very much.
Thank you.